lot of species we have noticed are endemic, and endemic species are ones that occur mainly or 95% within Namibia, and a lot of them are safely tucked away within this mountain range. So we are trying to understand within this mountain range what has been causing this factor for them to survive there. Is there anything unique to them? Because we know, as an example, we have actually surprisingly two species of rock, or two subspecies of rock hyraxes within Namibia. So we have the one species, Procavia capensis capensis, that's all the way from South Africa into south of the Waterberg area. So if you're living in Windhoek, you'll see a lot of them. But as soon as you go north of the Waterberg, you get this Procavia capensis valvici, which is a subspecies, which goes all the way Utawi, Grootfontein, Grootberg into the southwestern corners of Angola. So this species has always been very interesting because nobody really knows where he belongs. So one of the questions that we've highlighted for this is we want to figure out where does he fit in. So that's one of the questions we'd like to ask. The other one is how did this break between this Procavia capensis capensis and Procavia capensis valvici happen? And where exactly did it happen, and where it happened, what caused that? So when we look at this, we know it's quite an old species, so we can look at some of the geological formations of these mountain ranges by dating them, and then we can try and put a molecular clock on these species to see when they've diverged from one another. And this together can give us quite a neat answer of the separation and sort of how that happened for us to better understand and how to sort of look at the species and try and preserve them. Because even though the mountain ranges are quite a lot untouched, which is still very good because they're very difficult to get to, we still have to consider where these hotspots are of their most diverse areas. And this is where the big project looks at the biodiversity, which consists of our species richness, our genetic diversities, as well as our landscape diversities. And so selecting this as one of the species, we can figure out where it shares a lot of other species with it, as well as where the species' big diversity sections are. And then we can try and identify what we consider hotspots for preservation of these species. So this project is very landscape genetics as well as what we call phylogenetics, or phylogeography, which is a mixture of genetics and geography.